In today's video, we are jumping into a mod that invades your entire world, with the ability to take over the wildlife, spread throughout the world, taking on anything in its path, and even ensuring that you trust nothing or no one but yourself. So let's just jump straight into it. So you may be familiar with a film called The Thing, and the mod I'm showing you today basically has the aim to recreate that in Minecraft, which is why we're in the middle of nowhere in a constant blizzard, just like the movie. So the way that this infection mod starts is actually pretty different to a bunch of the other infection mods that I've done, because the way that this starts, if I come all the way over here and just do this command real quick, there we go. And don't worry, I only did the command because it already happened in this world, but basically what happens is this spaceship right here is going to fall from the sky, and it's pretty much all downhill from there. So let's have a closer look at this spaceship right here. Obviously it does a bunch of damage. You can see there the crater that it's left is pretty significant. And just taking a closer look at this UFO right here, it does look really cool. It actually blends into the base game pretty well, all things considered. And you might be able to tell that the material that this is actually made of is netherite. And now it's really up to you if you want to mine this thing, but it has some pretty bad consequences. So let's break it open. You'll see that it does actually act as its own entity right there. You've even got like the hearts coming out the top of it every time you hit it. And eventually when you hit this thing enough, there you go. And a singular netherite ingot for you as well. So I'd probably say that the payoff isn't all that worth it. So the creature that actually dropped from this thing is this guy right here, like a little worm. And then you probably also saw these spider looking ones right here. Now these are pretty much the beginning of the end. So let me just leave these guys do their thing for now. So let's just head right back into the base right here and I'll show you what those things over there actually do. So as you can imagine, any sort of livestock or creature in the world is going to get affected by these things. So if we actually press that, let out one of those. There you go. It's actually going to just dissolve right into the cow, first of all. And you might be able to see there that it's actually turning like a red and also shaking a hell of a lot. Oh my God, that is going really red. You can definitely tell something's wrong with that cow. But there you go. After a while, it's just going to turn back into a regular cow. So we can just break this. We're under no danger whatsoever. You can even tell something's wrong by looking in their eyes. So if we let the cow out right here, he's just going to do his thing. And he will actually completely appear like a normal cow. He'll still eat, he'll still do all the regular stuff. And I'm pretty sure you can even still get milk from it. Yeah, you can. There you go. But it's when you actually try and kill these things that this happens right here. Look at that. That is absolutely horrific. And this thing right here was what was living inside the cow the whole time. It's like fully just like mutated. Like it's got like the bone, like the rib cage on the top. Oh my God, they can climb? I didn't even know they could climb. Okay, yeah, these things can climb apparently. I mean, this is just pure nightmare fuel, oh my God. And yeah, this thing, just like the ones that we saw before, also have the ability to infect other wildlife, just like we saw with that poor cow. So if we just put a bunch of chickens down here and put one of these crawlers, there you go, it's got that chicken right there. And we'll check on these guys a little bit later to see which ones are infected or not. And I just think that the concept of like not knowing what's infected or what isn't, like they really nailed that compared to the film. But I won't spoil it, but there's definitely a few cases where some things are infected that definitely shouldn't be. So when you do actually manage to kill one of these things, they're going to leave behind this stuff right here. And you can already see it starting to spread right here. It's actually like a messed up, like mangled sort of like corpse right there. And thinking about it now, this stuff spreads very quickly. Oh, yep. And there you go. There's another instance of it just attacking wildlife. And there you go right there. You can see another like little crawler that's just popped out of like this goo stuff right here. It's definitely gross looking and the noises are so horrific too. So you can see the chicken that got caught in these vines is actually now going to be infected. It's going to let it go and now it's become the enemy. And the same with this one over here. So you can see how quickly this stuff takes over. So let me see here. Let me see if I take out this chicken right here, if it turns into a different form. Let's have a look. Or if it just goes back into the dog. Oh, it goes back into a crawler again. Okay. So we've seen the creepy dog and the crawlers and all that stuff. But what about the other forms that this can take hold of? So if I just go all the way away from the base right now, I don't want it getting completely ruined. Let's have a look here. So first of all, we've got the crawler. Look how gross that is. It's like a crab, like human hybrid right there. So you can see that the head is actually just sprouted like these giant sort of like limbs right here and the creepy alien eyes on top. We've got the Juliet thing right here, which, oh, it just takes a serious step up now. Look at this. This is so messed up. Like, look at the hand, like the fingers just like tapping away. It's so gross. You've got the rib cage that's like exploded right there. And as expected, this was a person at some point. We've got the dog beast right there that we saw that came out of the cow earlier. We've got the impaler right here, which is like a souped up version of that dog. He's almost got like these spines coming out the front of his mouth that's completely split open. Like, I really like the model and the design of these creatures. It looks like something straight out of the film. So they absolutely nailed it on that front. We've got the beast right here, which is like a giant step up compared to the other ones. Oh my God. I just realized as well, it's like a giant blob of like different things. Like you've got like a cow on top there. You've got like this head that like swivels around and like looks for stuff. And then whatever the other parts are as well, it's just so cool looking. Yeah, definitely stay away from those things. We've got the Palmer thing right here as well, which is like another humanoid. Just the head split in a different direction right there. So weird. Like the models in this mod aren't super detailed, but they're detailed enough to just be horrific. We've got this one right here, which again is like more of like a giant form one. Oh my God. What even? I don't even know what that is. That is like that's an eye right there. Could this be like a horse? This could have been a horse at one point maybe. Oh. Okay, so I think that this one actually submerges, which is even more horrifying than just chasing you outright. We have the split face right here, which if you thought the other two like human ones were bad, I mean, just look at that. Like, that is so messed up. This thing is just not fun for anyone. I think this is probably the most horrific one out of all of them, honestly. And then finally, we also have the Prowler as well, which is just like another mixture of everything involved. You got the tentacles, and he's already going after the sheep right here. And I think eventually it will actually like see it as a teammate, so let's have a look right here. Oh my god, he's even like, I think he was just like sucking the life force out of it right there. Yeah, it's definitely not attacking the sheep anymore. Let me see if it's actually a creature. There we go. Yeah, it is. That is so creepy. Like that whole effect is so cool. So I'm not actually too sure how this would work in like multiplayer. I'm not sure if like once you get infected, you have like a countdown, or if you just insta-die and there's like a version of you that's walking around that's infected. I'm not too sure. But one of the most heartbreaking things about this mod is that if you have a pet dog right here and it's been exposed to any of the creatures that we just saw, this thing is not going to be the dog that you loved anymore. Like, look at that. It even gets the dog. It doesn't matter if it was tamed, untamed. I mean, that is just horrific. Like if you didn't know that stuff was being infected around you and then you had a pet wolf like that is borderline traumatic right there. And this little infection thing behind the base is still going strong right here. We've got the disguised tendrils, which as you can imagine is going to do exactly that right there. So just like all the other infection mods that I've checked out on the channel here, it's not really a game about winning against this stuff, more so just hanging in there for as long as possible before this stuff takes over. So going back to these sort of like sprawling tentacles and like corpses and like alien goo on the floor right here, it is definitely worth cleaning these things up wherever you see them, because obviously if you don't, then it's just going to keep on spreading just like this. There's so many of these little worm things around as well. So you might be thinking, okay, well, there's got to be a way to fight back, at least a way to keep them at bay for a little bit. And that is where this mod's only weapon comes into play, the flamethrower right here, which actually looks super sick when you're holding it like this. Like the model of this, again, is super well done. And so if you've seen the movie, you know that pretty much the only thing that gets rid of this stuff or actually damages the creatures is fire. So if I actually go ahead and use this, there you go. So it's pretty much everything around on fire right there. And then that will actually slowly start to burn up all this stuff right here. Oh, that's why they submerge. They actually like pinpoint their target and they like go underneath them. Just like that. Oh, that's horrible. See, there we go. We're going to see it again. There he is rising up. Oh my god. So you could literally just be walking anywhere and this thing pops out the ground. So going back to the flamethrower right here, all of these creatures are extremely weak against fire. So if we go ahead and use this, there you go. This thing is going to take way more damage than if you're even using like a netherite sword or any sort of weapon like that, as pretty much the only thing that takes these guys down is going to be this thing, or a classic flint and steel just like that. And remember to take care of this goo stuff as well. So yeah, flint and steels or the flamethrower are definitely going to be your best buddies in this mod, which again is just another perfect reference to the actual film that this is based on. So if you do enjoy infection mods and you wanted something a little bit different, definitely check this mod out as it's really, really cool. Oh my god, those tentacles just moved. Wait, does it actually twitch? Or am I losing it? It definitely twitches. Okay. And the last thing I'll say about this mod is basically that none of the creatures that are infected will ever despawn. Like, they'll always be in the world somewhere. Like, they'll never despawn, meaning that they're just going to keep taking over until there's literally nothing left. So that is going to cut it for this video right here. If you love infection mods, you love the thing, definitely check this one out. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, or even subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.